See, I'm not too much of a religious person who's into religious rituals, but I do believe that there is some divine force that is in control of this universe. And I do feel protected when I have faith in that divine force. It gives me strength and faith on my own self. But when I would pray, I would always pray for an outcome that I wanted, something that I desired, something that I needed. Very soon I realized that it was taking me away from the joy of the present. I realized that I started focusing on what I desired, which meant I was focusing on something that I don't already have. And it's a human tendency. I mean, we focus on the negative. So even if that negative is 2% of the complete set, you don't focus on the 98% of the positivity, you focus on that 2% negative. Similarly, I was not focusing on the 98% of the things that I already have. I started focusing on the 2% that I do not have and asked Lord to give me that 2%, which meant I was putting the importance of joy only when I get what I did not already have. But what I also realized was that many of the things that I have today, I could only wish for in the past. But when I got these things, my new desires came up, which meant I was always living in the future. And that is when I moved from praying to ask for things and brought my focus to pray, to express my gratitude for what I already have. And the gratitude is to the Lord and all the people in between who became the conduit to provide you for what you already have. It could be your parents, could be your friends, could be the mentors that you worked with, could be the companies, the founders of the organizations that you were associated with. It is through many such forces that the divine gives you what you already have. And the moment you start focusing on what you have rather than focusing on what you wish for, you realize you suddenly find yourself in the middle of abundance. That you already have so much that other people just wish for. You start acknowledging everything around you. You start living in the moment. You'll find joy. And it's not that your anxiety and regrets will just vanish. They won't. You still will have anxiety about the future. You will have regrets about the past, but you will just become more mindful of these anxieties and regrets, because you will realize this anxiety is for the possible outcomes that may or may not happen. But that is when it leads you to start making choices, considering all the possible outcomes. Your desires need to be inspirational enough for you to take on that journey that becomes pleasurable, enjoying every moment of it. You will start looking at your regrets as an outcome of what you did in the past. It is the karma of the karam that you did. And when you look back, you will realize that what you did seem right at that point in time. The sad part is that when you have what you wished for, you start wishing for what you don't have still. Your wishful outcome of the future should be so inspirational that your journey of today becomes purposeful. So you're not working on an outcome, you're working towards a cause. When you work towards a cause, you start realizing that every moment of today seems good. seems worth spending time, energy on. And that brings you to the current moment. You start becoming joyful. You start enjoying what you are doing today without worrying about the future. There could be a possible outcome that you desire, but there could also be an outcome that may not be as you had envisioned. And you're okay with it. You, despite that, made this choice to get onto this journey. What you desire in the future is a string of many such moments which mark your journey. So move from asking for desires to expressing gratitude and include that in your prayer. Everything that was meant to be is with you today, and everything that is meant for you will be with you tomorrow.